Awesome.
Nice.
Hey, well, we're back again for another podcast, and my voice is sounding quite husky, but that's cool.
Sounds good, man.
I'm really pumped about this because we've got some really cool things happening very, very soon. We've got the second Open for the year that's coming to CrossFit TRG, and I couldn't be happier about that. So let's talk about that. We're going to start out with Brendan and what the programming is going to look like for the next month.
Yep.
And then also we're going to talk about what we should be doing as far as how we should be preparing for it and how you should train during it.
Yep.
And then also we're going to have a chat to Josh. You want to say hi, Josh?
Hey guys.
Well,
Josh
actually,
here.
let's introduce Josh first and make sure you get your voice nice and loud into that speaker there, man.
Yeah, sounds good. So I'm Josh, new coach here at TRG. Super excited for the opportunity. Been coaching some classes, having some fun. So I'm excited to be on this podcast and get going.
Nice.
Okay, so tell us about your story, your qualifications, and what you're going to bring to the gym.
Awesome. So I got here about 2 months ago from the States. I came here over to play lacrosse for the state team and coach a little bit of lacrosse. So kind of just exploring Australia, playing lacrosse, and then one day I kind of stumbled into the gym, and then the rest is history. I was able to talk to Winston, get along with the trainers and coaches, and start coming here. So I have a undergrad in exercise science, and then I have a I have a master's in public health. So went to school for a little bit, took a little longer than I wanted to, but got the degrees.
Yeah.
That's all that matters at the end of the day. So.
Cool, yeah. Ready to rock and roll, man. So I think so far the members are really enjoying your classes as well. And I've said to a few people, like, hey, have you met Josh, the new coach? And they're just like, oh, who's that? I'm like, the guy that looks like he should always have a surfboard with him.
Yeah, the hair. Everyone says it, so.
Yeah.
Do you go surfing in Is there a beach anywhere near Massachusetts?
So we have Cape Cod, which is like the kind of like the horseshoeish part, and that's like pretty popular beaches, but you don't do much surfing there. I've never surfed before, so.
Do they launch rockets there? What's Cape Cod?
No, Cape Cod is in Massachusetts. It's like the hook of it, and then Cape May is where they do rockets.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So
Cool. I like NASA.
yeah, so Cape somewhere. It might not be Cape May, but it's one of the capes. So
Cape Canaveral. You just love your capes
Yeah.
over there in America.
everything's a
don't you?
cape.
Superman. All right, so thanks for that, Josh. And so with the Open, this is the second one for the year. The first one we did was awesome. We had 4 teams divvied up, and then members were on respective teams. So we're going to do that again, but we're going to have team captains. And then the way that it's going to flow is that if you want to be in the Open this year, you have to be registered. And then your name's going to go into a hat, and we're going to do a draft pick. So you're going to have a team captain. They're going to choose one person as their right-hand man or woman or person. And then it's just going to be one by one pulling names out of hats for those who have registered for the Open. We're going to host it on Friday Night Lights, and also Saturday morning, and that's it. If you need to do it outside of those times, you're going to have to chat with a coach. But yeah, it's going to be rock and roll. We're going to have it all set up, Friday Night Lights, comp style. So we have a lot of fun doing that. And Brendan, let's get into hearing about the programming, what you're going to do, what you think is coming for the Open. Like, what do you expect as far as movements, workouts? What are we going to see, repeats? Let's hear it.
Oh, well, it's the unknown and it's the unknowable, isn't it? So last time they were around, they did a lot of dumbbells and step-ups. So, we were on the money on that one in regards to our preparation for it. I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit more barbell orientated.
Okay.
I think maybe as a counterbalance to what they did, because they were quite dumbbell heavy in the first one, and that's why I think they're going to have a little bit more barbell orientation in this one. So what do we know? What do we know about the Open? So we know that generally WOD 1 is your longer one. So that's the test
the worst
of fitness.
one. Yeah, the one that traumatizes everyone.
The test of fitness, absolutely. Then we know WOD 3 is generally the test of strength. So it's either, they've done heavy barbell snatches, they've had heavy deadlifts, or heavy deadlift descending sort of WODs through there. And then it's the boogeyman on the last one as well. So it's generally a double under thruster burpee or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm smelling some sort of there's going to be some burpees in there, and they are going to be box over or bar over burpees.
Yeah.
Why do I think that? Because it's easier to score.
Yeah.
So, it's very, very hard to actually score in a competition situation, just a standard burpee, because people have different jump heights or something.
So are you going to change the programming at all, or are you going to stick to what you're doing and maybe do a few little bits of repeat workouts with the Open leading up to it, so people can really sink their teeth into the next month of training and get excited for what's coming in October.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, they're those different types of things that we're definitely going to see. You're also going to see more deadlifts in workouts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly like deadlifts in workouts, but I want to make sure that everyone's prepared for a deadlift in a workout. I don't want the first time you experience a deadlift in a workout to be in the open.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to be seeing some, more deadlifts in the workouts. The stuff we do here is pretty much general preparation for CrossFit. So those sort of time windows that we're going to have are pretty much exactly the same. We're going to have a few more longer workouts as well, just so people have a bit more experiences with it. But most of the time, the workouts are anywhere between that 8 to 12 minute domain.
Mm-hmm.
And as you probably see, that's the domain that I actually prefer to sit in. So we are going to whip out some faster workouts as well. So generally, I like to have 2 or 3 around the 10, 12 to 14 minute sort of domain.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have a bit of experiences of couplings around 6 minute domains. So we've done it in the past, back-to-back 6 minute ones. And then we're also just going to have those longer ones that are going to span out to 16 to 18 minutes.
So it pretty much sounds like the same form of programming that we've been doing as it is. But, yeah, I'm excited to see those repeat workouts.
Yeah.
So some of the ones that have actually been the Open in the previous years.
Yeah.
Just so people who haven't done the Open before, that have no idea how it works, they're going to be able to give it a go. So to explain how the Open works for those who have zero idea, it's 5 workouts over 5 weeks, and everyone around the world who is registered to do them can jump in and give it a crack. So you can see how you sit on the leaderboard for the entire world. In saying that, you don't have to be fit. You don't have to be like understand everything. There's scaled versions. So the way we like to really look at it is coming together, having a great time, having fun, and keeping safe, but also getting fitter as well. So I'm excited to see your programming.
Nice.
Me too.
I'm excited for it. And also what you'd probably see over the next coming weeks as well, it's already started.
Yeah.
It's the opportunity to do more advanced movements. So yesterday we had bar muscle ups, and then tomorrow we've got the opportunity to practice some handstand push-ups as well.
Okay.
So you are going to see throughout the weeks, you're going to have I like to mix it up. I don't like it to be too predictable. Most of the time, I think people generally predict that it starts off, heavier with the lifts and lighter in the metcons, and it sort of punches you in the face later in the week.
Yep.
Where I think this week we've sort of knocked you in the face pretty early on.
Yeah.
And then it's starting to taper off just a little bit. We've got a really, really nice bodyweight workout tomorrow. So you're going to have that ability to practice those gymnastics and those advanced movements. But I'm always really excited to program for it, and also to lead in as well, and progressively put open workouts in there, so people do get a bit of a feel for it. I do like the retests.
Yep.
I do like retesting once to find out where people are at, and have a bit of a chat to people about where they can improve and what those types of workouts need. You're always going to have thrusters.
Yeah.
You're always going to have thrusters.
So you may as well just get comfortable with it.
Yep, thrusters, wall balls, pull-ups, toes to bar, burpees, double unders. Double unders will be in there.
And one thing I want to mention as well is for people, again, who want to give it a crack for the first time, if you can't do double unders, if you're worried about using a barbell, whatever it is, we can use dumbbells, we can do single skips. Everything can be scaled. So if you want to come down and actually challenge yourself a little bit more than usual, it doesn't matter where you're at with your fitness. It doesn't matter how much you've been training for, how long you've been going for. This is set up and designed whether you've just come in or whether you've been here for years.
Yeah.
It's designed to make you really engage with your training and to kind of test yourself and have fun with a bunch of mates.
Absolutely. And I think CrossFit actually do a really, really good job with their scaled versions now.
Yeah.
They've actually got their finger on the pulse of where CrossFit is going and what types of people do CrossFit now. So they understand that the majority of people who do CrossFit are general population. It's more about health and fitness rather than, golden gods and studs just trying to get to the games.
That's
right.
And
they understand that, and they understand that, helping, the masses is more important rather than getting those couple of people to the games. But it's about participation in physical activity, and I'm so happy that CrossFit has actually gone across to that now.
And in saying that as well, Brendan, like you make a great point, because it still even gives those people that have been doing this forever the opportunity to still shine, to still bring out the fittest of the fit. So I want to get onto the idea of Josh has done college lacrosse, and he's probably played a few games where he's been quite nervous. And how did you prepare physically, say, before a match? Because you'd go into season and you'd have a match every weekend, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes a week off, whatever. But overall, how did you try to make sure that you didn't lose fitness during season?
Yeah, so usually we played games Wednesday and Saturdays. So it's a pretty quick turnaround. It takes kind of a lot on your body. A big thing we did is during like our preseason, off season, we really worked hard. Like that was the biggest thing. When we weren't competing, we were working super hard, and then during the season, we were still working out, running, all that kind of stuff. But we were just prepared because of the preseason, which was really important. I also think the mental side goes a lot into it too, being prepared for games. Just kind of trusting that what you did was helpful, because you want to go into games just knowing that you're prepared. I think that's the biggest thing is preparation, knowing that what you were doing was working. But if something happens, you lose the game or whatnot, and you kind of look back and you're like, was I doing enough? Should I be doing more? Am I eating? Am I sleeping? All that kind of stuff. I think that plays like a huge role in getting ready for something like a lacrosse game or even the Open. You kind of just have to know what you're doing. Hopefully it's the right thing, and that will lead to a result you want.
Yeah, perfect. So I think that there sometimes can be a tendency for people to really train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, do nothing Thursday, Open Friday. Like, that's okay, but then sometimes people with life, it gets in the way. They'll plan to train Monday, Wednesday, and come in Friday, and then they do Monday, they miss Wednesday, and then they train Friday, and they end up more out of shape at the end of the Open because they're trying to really hold back so they can give everything on the Friday. I recommend against that. I don't think you should be ripping your face off on the Thursday, but there's nothing wrong with coming in on the Thursday and training light. The coaches know that. So if you need to get a session in, come in and just move. So you can really keep your fitness not just up, but actually get fitted during the Open.
Yeah, I mean, my rebuttal to something like that is, so it's in season. And I guess you would see it as a 5-week sport. Sporting clubs and players do not take time off in season. They do not, exactly what you alluded to, is they don't want to actually go into deconditioning over the 5 weeks. So over or in season, which let's call the Open as season, that's your season, that's your 5-week block, that's your 5 season. One thing that, one of my mates has put me onto it is what's called auto-regulation. Auto-regulation is you still train, but you go to what the coach says the feel should be on the day. So don't get married to weights, rep schemes, RX plus, or anything like that. It's what you feel on the day. You come and chat to the coach. How do you think I should, structure my week? I'm feeling a little bit under. I didn't really sleep all that well. I've got these other, and also there's those external factors in regards to, sleep, work, nutrition, and all that sort of stuff. This is where speaking to us and letting us give you a bit of guidance really comes into it. Say, okay, I want you to go, but I want you to go at 60%. When I come over, I want you to be able to say 5 words to me saying, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing great. If you're going, yeah, good, it's probably a little bit too hard. So, I mean, this is a great opportunity for us to, help educate you guys about what is, I'm going to refer to it again as in season and auto-regulation. So don't get married to reps. Don't get married to the weights on the board. Even don't get married to the certain percentages. As long as you're within a certain bandwidth of what you can achieve on that day, especially for people who are new. Yeah. But like you aren't necessarily going to know how you respond to those different. We don't know because we don't know the workouts of how you're going to respond. Come in and speak to us. Yeah. And the best thing about recovery is to keep moving. That's why they have recovery sessions. Like if you go and see a recovery session anywhere, they're moving, they're actually doing workouts. They're just doing it at a lighter pace. Yep. If you just sit there and just get all tight and all bound up, it's probably worse for you and you're not going to perform on the next event. Yeah. So, yeah. Keep moving. Yeah. And that's the thing, like if you're on 3 times per week and you're doing the Open, that Open session isn't considered one of your sessions. Brilliant. So you want to make sure that you get your 3 classes in, whether that's Monday, Wednesday, and then you do the Open Friday and come in Saturday and move, because we want to look after your bodies. So making sure that you still come in and move no matter what's going on. Talk to the coach. We're here to look after you. We want you to just have an awesome experience and come out the other end fitter, stronger, and ready to rock and roll. Absolutely. And have fun.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. You see, it's a blast. It's such a cool time, really.
Yeah.
Like, it is so much fun. Like, I mean,
And getting to do it twice in the year is pretty cool.
yeah.
It's a bigger workload for me to set it all up and do the admin, but hey, like, you know, I'm ready to party. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, let's have fun with it. You know, at the moment, the vibe here is just out of control. Like, people are having so much fun. Everyone's getting along, and the coaches here are just sick. So, like, it's next level. Like, so now is the time to really take the biggest opportunity with your training, with the community, and really have the time of your life and make some good memories.
Absolutely.
I also think the cool part is people are asking about the Open, if we're going to do it, if we're going to host it in the gym, all that kind of stuff. So I think people are getting excited for it.
Yeah.
I think they're getting ready for it, so,
How about
which
yourself?
is cool to
You
see.
excited for it?
Yeah, we'll see. It was my first one. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so
No,
Josh,
I'm excited.
Josh is most likely going to be a team captain as well. So
Oh.
yeah, that's the sound of the police. All right, so yeah, guys, I guess we can wrap it up there.
Yeah, nice.
I just think, what I want to say as well out to anyone who's listening, if you're stuck with mindset, if you're stuck with your goals, if you feel like you're losing motivation, now is the time to sink in. Contact us, send me a message. We can set you up with a body scan. We can talk about how you're going to get those results you actually came here for, because, you know, sometimes you do lose your way, and I lost my way with my training, but I've put myself through my own mindset and body transformation just recently, and I'm now in it, and I'm absolutely loving it. The first part's a bit of a challenge, but once you sink your teeth into it and you get into a rhythm, it's amazing. So if anyone is keen to, you know, have a transformation of mind or body, we've got the scanner, we've got the meal plans, we've got the nutritionist on board, we've got everything ready to rock and roll. So yeah, set up, get ready for the Open, train hard through the Open, and absolutely love it.
Awesome. Sounds
Awesome.
great. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
All right, well, the camera's over there, so you guys can say goodbye to everyone. Yeah, no, yours has died, Brendan.
I know. Sad.
Yeah.
People want to see
over
me
this
though.
one, yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.